Every carp angler has got a story to tell. The one that got away, the unexpected PB, the red letter session that you'll never forget. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a full-time carp angler, these stories connect us all. Welcome to Committed to Carp Bedtime Stories, where I share all of my adventures from the bank. The highs, the lows and the blanks, the thrill of the catch. If you love your carp fishing, carp angling, you're in the right place. My name's Lee, welcome to the channel. So as the title suggests, on this session I'm going to be showing you from cast to catch. Hopefully I can catch, because I can cast. So let's see how the session develops. I've got all the rods ready to go, so let's make that first cast. Before I get that first rod out, just want to say I'm no longer using the Delkin TXI bite alarms. I've swapped over and bought myself some Fox Mini Micron X's. Let's face it, the cost of fishing tackle is getting out of control, and the money that you spend on tackle, well, that just keeps getting higher and higher. Anyway, let's get that rod out. The first thing I do on any session is get the marker rod out with the marker float to try and find some decent spots. Now there should be a little gravel spot at about 9 wraps down the left margin, so that's where I've cast the marker float, and yes, it's landed on a gravel spot. So I just pop the marker rod back down on the rest while I go round to the margin and pop some bait in. So that's the marker rod cast out down the margin at 9 wraps. Let's go see where it is. Put some bait over the top. Okay, there's the marker rod. Probably about a rod and a half off the margin. Let's get some pallets in the catapult fired out around that spot. The pallets that are going out are just 6mm house pallets, nothing special there. That's the bait put out over the spot. Gone back down to the peg, reeled the marker float in so it's not in the way. Just about cast the left rod out with a rig on, but before I do, I'm wrapping it up to 9 wraps and popping it in the clip. That way, each time when I cast, I know that it's landing on the baited spot. And that's about 8 foot deep, so not getting a lot of swing back on the lead. To make sure I've got some pallets around the hook bait, I've added a small PVA mesh bag. Now that's the first rod ready to go, ready to cast out. Wrapped up, clipped up at 9 wraps with a little PVA mesh bag on, fishing hard on the gravel. Now I know that spot has done me a few bites before, so very confident in that spot. 2 things left to do: tighten up the butt grips and put the bobbin on. Now that's that rod all done. Time to find some spots for the middle and the right rod. Now I'm not going to bore you with the details and showing you footage of me casting a marker rod out, try and find the spots for the middle and the right rod. I'm simply just going to tell you the middle rod is at 15 wraps on a silty smooth spot in about 17 foot of water, and the right rod is 10 wraps down the right hand side margin, fishing in about 10 foot of water. So that's all of the rod set. Let's see how long it takes to get a bite. The rods have been out for several hours and I've had my first run on the left margin rod, and we have a lovely common. Let's get him out and have a look at him. Just a tad over 16 pound, about 16 pound 8. That'll do for a start. So there we go, from cast to catch. 16 pound 8 common, left margin rod, chuffed. Find the spots, feed the spots, catch the carp. A little bit of information that I've shared there might be useful for you in your carp angling, carp fishing. Let's get this one back. After putting the effort in to catch a carp, it's my responsibility to make sure that the wounds, hook holes, sores and ulcers are all treated before the carp is returned, returning the carp in the best health it can be. Don't you dare get away. Nearly got away then. Carp number 2 in the net. £18 bang on. Margin rod again. They are loving them pallets. Often neglected spots, the margins. Certainly worth dropping a rig down them now and again. Lovely. And that was how the first day on Turner's Lake went. 2 runs in total and nothing else through the night. Looking forward to today. It's a lovely morning. I was just sitting down wondering when I was going to get my next run, and next run off the margin again. Looks like a nice common. £20. Just over £20. Lovely. Another nice common taken off the left margin. Surprising how many carp you can find lurking down the margin. But there you go, on a German rig with a little trim down krill wafter. I'm really enjoying how the session is going so far. After landing a few carp, I'm chuffed. But I've ran out of PVA mesh bags, so time to tie up a few more. I reckon maybe 9 or 10 should do the job. The right side rod I'm using as a roaming rod, casting maybe every hour, see if I can pick off a roaming carp. And once I tied up all of my PVA mesh bags, I was going to have a cup of tea. But then this happened. Quick shout out to Marcus. He's fishing on Holden's Lake in Peg 11. He's had a few carp, biggest one being £27. I took him a few pictures, so to return the favour, he's grabbed my mobile and done a little bit of filming for me. Cheers mate, really is much appreciated.
Ooh. Yeah, looks alright.
I thought there was more weed on it. Turns out it's just the fish.
It's just the fish. Oh yes, he's in.
Bang on, £19. Left hand margin again, nothing on the middle rod or the right rod. Result. So, a couple of carp from down the left margin. Before I cast the rod back out, time to repeat the process from the beginning of the video. So it's back to the distance sticks, wrapping up to 9 wraps, putting the line in the clip, and the rod is ready to cast out. And as you can see, Truffle picks the best places just to chill out and sunbathe. Right in the middle of me 2 distance sticks. Add a PVA mesh bag, and the rig is ready to be cast out. I was a little bit short hitting the clip that time, but I felt the lead down and it's hit the gravel. Time to top up that spot with some more bait, so just a short walk down the path, and I have got my receiver with me just in case I get a run. Same process as before, 4 or 5 pouches of pallets over that spot. That should do the job just nice. By baiting up like this, using the catapult, I know that I'm creating a lovely nice tight bed of bait, and I'm not making a mess of it all. To keep the content fresh, this is a new section, Catch of the Month. Catch of the Month for me would be from a session I did last Sunday, a day ticket session. Yes, I was having a banging time, and then it got even better when this stunning carp came along. And there we go, £21 bang on. Don't come out that often. Been fishing here now for about 25 years and I haven't had 20 out in a long time, so well chuffed with this result. There's also carp number 15 I might have. Bonus. And that was my catch of the month. Let me know what your catch of the month was in the comments below. Truffle is my little fishing buddy. She comes with me on every session. She can have a little treat and chill out, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, and see what happens going into the evening as that duck makes a racket. Another glorious day. Well, last night I went to sleep at probably about 9 o'clock. I didn't even see it go dark. I was that tired, and I woke up at about 1 o'clock, and I've been awake since then. So a very long night. No action through the night, nothing at all. So let's see what today brings. Okay, it's 2 o'clock and I thought I'd better give you an update. There's plenty carp showing across the lake, but nobody seems to be catching, and that's including me. What I can hear is plenty spoms going out, going out, going out. It seems like one carp angler, one person starts spomming, and that's a chain reaction, triggers everybody else into spomming. That's something I'm trying to avoid at the moment. The bites have been coming from down the left margin rod. As you've seen, I've been baiting that spot with the catapult, just a few pouches of pallets going out each time after each bite. Now the middle rod, I put about 5 to 6 spoms of pallets over there, and it hasn't done a bite, so I've topped it up, probably 2 spoms every 3 hours, not every hour, every 3 hours, and only 2 small mini spoms. So the right rod is not getting any bait over it at all. I'm literally just using a single hook bait, recasting that probably every 1 hour to every 2 hours, casting it around different spots just to see if I can pick off a roaming carp, but that hasn't had any bites on that neither. So at the moment it's just a case of sit down and wait to see what happens. Missed the morning bite time in the afternoon, that's been and gone. So the next run time is probably, you know, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock based on the previous couple of days. So just have to sit, be patient, see what happens. While Truffle is fast asleep and snoring a little head off, I can hear a lot of carp boshing. So I've decided to set out for a bit and just listen to them and watch where they're showing right over my spots. Another morning and a very quiet night. Lots of carp showing out on open water, but sadly no action on the middle rod or the right rod. All of the runs that I've had and all of the bites have come from down the margin at 9 wraps on that hard gravel spot. Did change tactics a bit yesterday. Cast the middle rod to 17.5 wraps and put a zig out at 11 foot, a yellow and black zig, but sadly, yeah, working them spots just hasn't paid off. If you have enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications, and then you'll be up to date with all of the latest content. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.